COVID-19 vaccine boosters. This is for BA4 and 5, the one that really blew up this summer.
That's right. It's got Omicron and it has the original Wuhan variant. So the idea here is to wake up our antibody responses against the original, but also to make it more specific to Omicron. And by putting both in there, which is called bivalent, we're actually hopeful that it will last longer than the first set of boosters lasted in terms of how much protection they offer.
There's some skepticism around the bivalent vaccine. Do they even do human trials? Like, how did that work?
They haven't for 4 and 5, so they did for BA1, but the FDA actually told them not to do human trials because the idea was to poise it in the right time so that we'd get it now to avoid that kind of fall-winter wave that we're expecting. But you know, I'm not worried about that at all, guys, because I feel like we've done this for decades. We do this every year with the flu. We swap out one strain, put in a different one. So at this point, the vaccine is well vetted, so safety is not an issue. Now, efficacy, meaning how well does it work to protect us, the animal studies tell us that it increases your protection against Omicron 20-fold. As compared to the original booster, because it's specifically designed for that. We'll have to see if that holds out in human studies, but I think that that's very promising.
The comparison to the flu shot makes sense because every year it's kind of like, okay, you get the flu shot, and some years it's like the efficacy is through the roof, and the next year it's kind of a bust.
That's right. And so for the flu, what they try to do is they predict. So they do a proactive approach based on how it's evolving and how the genetics look. Here we're doing a reactive approach because we already know that Omicron is dominant.
Yeah.
So we know that it's hopefully going to protect as well. I'm hopeful for COVID moving forward, we'll start being proactive as we are with the flu and start predicting the new variants that come up.
So talk to us that may be a little like, all right, I got vaccinated, I had a booster, I've had COVID, do I need to get another shot?
Yes, yes, and yes. And the reason
I
is
knew that was going to be yours.
the reason is because that fall wave is modeled, it's coming. Our antibodies are gone. If you're more than 3 months out from your infection or your last dose of any kind of booster or vaccine, you're really not protected at this point, and we know that people can get it over and over again. And again, the point here is not just you individually getting COVID, it's us as a population moving on from COVID. The vaccines have enabled us to do that, but at this point, now that we've removed the masks, removed the social distancing, removed the testing, the only mitigation measure we have left is those vaccines.
Yeah. So I love to do my flu shot early. I like to do it either September or early October. Can I get them both at the same time?
Absolutely, and you should. In fact, that's exactly what I'm planning to do myself, and it's much more convenient. Now, it hasn't been studied with this particular bivalent vaccine to get it at the exact same day as the flu shot, but with previous versions of the COVID vaccine, we have not seen a substantial reduction in efficacy of the COVID vaccine, and we've not seen any increased risk and safety signals. So it's just convenient. Get out there, shot in this arm, shot in this arm.
Because, I mean, honestly, then there's always is this the flu or is this
That's true, not knowing.
COVID? I never know because the symptoms are pretty close.
They're very close. They're very similar. And again, that testing is the way you're going to tell the difference. Now, with Omicron, you may even have milder symptoms than you would have had with the parent COVID strain. This year, we are expecting the flu to be more active as kids are back in school. We're back doing our life the way that we are. And so what we saw in Australia, which kind of tells us a peek into our future, because they're on opposite schedules from us, is that flu is going to be active this year.
All right. Get the shots. That's my takeaway. Go. Yeah, exactly.
And they're going to be available starting on Tuesday. So just right after Labor Day, that's what we're going to do.
Okay. We know what you're doing next week. Thanks, Dr. Kohli. Appreciate it.